Hey, have you come across people who tend to get so much stuff done in such a short time? And you're asking yourself this question, how did they do that? So the question that you should be asking is how to get more things done faster, right? Hi, my name is Yasser Khan, and I'm the author of Property Agent Secrets book, which is the most powerful book in real estate industry, guaranteed. So, today to answer the question that how, to get more things done faster, right? Okay, so every human being has 24 hours in a day, yet some people appear to achieve much more, get more things done in the same 24 hours that we have. How is that possible? How do they do it, right? So there are a number of answers to that question, but before I answer this, I just need to uh, clarify this concept that I learned from my mentor, right? And the concept has to do with unconscious habit pattern. So what do I mean by that, right? We realtors as entrepreneur, we are getting paid to solve problems, right? And the more problems we solve, the more we get paid, right? And in order for us to solve more problems, to solve help more buyers, help more sellers, we need to get more things done, right? Yet some of us have the ability to get much more things done in a shorter period of time compared to others, and that is directly responsible for success of or failure of entrepreneurs and real estate, for example, right? So the thing is, the single consistent answer has to do with unconscious habit pattern. And we are people, human beings, right? We are creatures of habit. And when I say habit, right, most of us are automatically run by habit. There's very little conscious thought behind why we do certain things. That's why we go into a routine and we do it pretty much automatic, right? That's what I mean by we are run by unconscious habit pattern. And the same is true in the case of getting things done, right? So habits are formed. Okay, I'm talking about normal habit, right? For example, your daily routine, right? So after 30 days, after consistently doing it, after repeating again and again, then the whole habits are formed, right? But what about permanent habit? What about habits that have been running you for life? Those habits will form, usually at the age of 6. And children, if you look at children pick up things from the parents. Children pick up very fast. They learn very fast. They have the ability to, they have a very curious mind, and they quickly learn and quickly keep doing, and keep applying what they do. Just watch a child try to walk, try to stand up for the first time. You will realize that they will try to they learn by trial and error, right? They even though they see you, for example, even they see their parents walking around, but they can't just learn by just by observing, right? So what they do is they practice. They get up and start walking here and there. They fail, they fall down, they pick themselves up again, and they fall down again. They keep doing it again and again and again, right? And that's how they are able to pick up the habit of, able to pick up the ability to walk, or to stand up, which is a simple act for us, but for kids it's very, very difficult, right? So in a similar situation, in a similar example, right, we as adults, we are also run by our unconscious programming, and those programming will form very, very early in our life. And pretty much right now they are running, we are running on autopilot without much conscious thought. But I think here's the thing, right? Some habits are very, very self-serving in a way that they are responsible for our successes, yet other habits are not so successful, right? So those people who tend not to get much things done is because they have some unconscious bad habit that they are not able to get rid of. And there are two type of bad habits that stop everyone from taking the action that needs to be done, right? So earlier on I said entrepreneurs, we realtors, right, we solve problems for a profit, right? And that's the definition of an entrepreneur. In order for us to solve a problem for profit, we need to get things done, we need to take action, right? And that is directly related to getting more things done in a shorter period of time, right? So our some of our habits, right? Earlier on I mentioned that they may not be serving us very well right now, to get more things done. And there are two main reasons for that. The first reason is due to procrastination, right? And the second reason has to do with avoidance. Let me give you an example of procrastination, right? So some people, keep some agents especially keep putting off doing important things. Like for example, they keep putting off training themselves, for example, or some agents keep putting off, building up a simple website. And the reason is because they are encountering something which I call a blocker. So a blocker is, in simple layman terms, simple language, a blocker is something that prevents you from getting things done, right? So when you try to procrastinate, when you try to put things off, that is the blocker that prevents you from getting taking the necessary action, from getting things done. So procrastination is something that very very common. Even I sometimes, in the past I used to procrastinate a lot, but I went through training, I went through reprogramming, and then I was able to avoid procrastination, resolve it, so that I used to get things done. And the thing about procrastination is that, right, it can be avoided if the blocker that you have is can be overcome consciously. But most blockers cannot be overcome consciously. What do I mean by that? So for example, have you come across some person who said that he got very very angry and he got into a fight because the other party pushed a button? And when they say that they push a button, that is what they mean by triggering a blocker. And that got them into self-defeating situation. They took self-defeating action, self-defeating decisions, and that led to things that were destructive for them. And some people sabotage their own success through procrastination. And procrastination is a very very common blocker many people encounter, right? So how to solve that? Some kind of procrastination, the minor ones, you can easily solve by pushing it through, by persevering and getting it, by getting into the habit of doing things that are uncomfortable for you, right? That's how you overcome those feelings of negativity, those you don't feel like doing it yet. And it's so easy for you to procrastinate, yet you still yourself, you firm yourself up and you say, yes, I just want to get it done as soon as possible, right? And that is how you can overcome procrastination. What about the second thing? Right. So the second thing that stops many people from getting things done faster has to do with avoidance. And let me give you an example. Some people, right, when you give them a book, they fall asleep. That is an example of avoidance. So people avoid other people. People avoid doing things that they don't like. People avoid all kind of situations, and that stops them from getting, from taking the necessary action. And action is the thing that produces result. Nothing else produces results, right? Only doing things, only getting things done produces action. If you think about it, if you procrastinate, if you avoid it, if you learn about it, if you think about it, you plan, even if you share the idea with others, nothing happen outside of your mind. Nothing, right? Only action produces result. So if you try to avoid doing certain things, that is a blocker as well, right? And that prevents you from doing the necessary thing which is required in order to get the things that you want, get the results that you want, get the income that you want. And that is the real reason. So the two reasons early on I mentioned is, the first one is procrastination, which is very very common. You got to push through, you got to use brute force, you got to push yourself, you got to overcome procrastination. And the second one is avoidance, and it's the same, same solution to early on what I mentioned about procrastination. And you just push through, you just use brute force, try to short circuit yourself, try to do things that you want to avoid, but you do it anyway, right? So if you look at all the successful people out there, if you look at all the people who get more things done in a shorter time period, they will tell you that they do it anyway, and that is how what they mean by they're actually trying to overcome blockers that they encounter. They try to overcome feelings of avoidance. They try to overcome feelings of procrastination, and that is the secret how you can get more things done.